tofu, it comes from soy.
Yes.
Why that has not been picked up in Indian community that much?
That's because we have been used to paneer.
Paneer.
So paneer has been our staple especially in northern India. Now even in south we use a lot of paneer. And tofu is you have to develop a taste for that. It's got a slight beany taste and it's much softer. But in terms of the quality of the protein, it is pretty good, and it is a vegetarian source of protein. So it's slowly catching up. It's a question of how traditional habits have been in our country. Since soy was not traditionally a main ingredient among our legumes, and it has not found its place. But now, since it's also grown extensively in our country, it is very sad that most of our soy grown is actually going for poultry feed rather than for human use.
Oh, is that right?
So it sort of indirectly comes to us through the poultry meat. But otherwise, we should be using a good amount of soy.
Soy. So the next controversial question to you. Tofu versus paneer. Which one will you choose?
If I'm a vegetarian, I would choose tofu. And of course, paneer is traditionally known is very difficult for people to avoid paneer. But paneer also has fat. So you should realize that it is a milk product made by a process in which apart from protein, it also has a good amount of fat, whereas tofu is not. Tofu is almost entirely only vegetable protein.
And tofu has some fiber in it as well.
Yes.
Because it's a vegetable protein, and paneer has no fiber, and the fat content can increase the calorie intake
in the paneer.
In the paneer. That brings a question to milk. So you said milk is a good quality protein, but few evidence and also few people in the podcast, they came on board and they said that milk is considered as pro-inflammatory now. So that brings up a question whether milk is truly pro-inflammatory or is it okay to consume? Can you just clarify?
Actually, there's been in between a lot of discussion on the milk protein quality in terms of pro-inflammatory and non-inflammatory actions. They call that as the A1 protein. It's basically a slight difference in the amino acid composition of the casein, which is present in the protein, and that was linked to a pro-inflammatory effect. And therefore, there is another breed of cattle in which the casein protein is A2 casein, and which does not have this action. And what is good to know is our entire native Indian cows and all our buffaloes all produce A2 milk. And therefore, we shouldn't really be alarmed about milk causing any kind of pro-inflammation. And in addition to that, nobody need to actually take milk as milk. You can consume milk as curd, yogurt, or buttermilk, etc. There are various other fermented versions of milk where you have tremendous health advantages. And fermented milk has been, even traditional Ayurveda, is also considered as a good vehicle for many of the medicines which they used to give. Simply because in fermented one, you have no lactose. So people who have lactose intolerance also won't have that problem. And second, the protein is also more digestible, and therefore you don't have these issues like inflammation and so on.